Good evening, Liber.
Hi, good night.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Yes.
Good
Say
evening.
hello, it's good evening.
Mama.
When you say goodbye, it's good night.
Oh,
Okay. So right now it's 9 p.m. Good evening. At 10 p.m.
okay.
Good night. Okay.
Okay. Good
Very
evening.
good evening.
Ah, gracias.
Okay. Let's share a document. Where is Gabby? Do you know?
Gaby.
Okay, no problem. So,
Gracias. Muy amable. Sí, yo creo que ya entra. Gracias.
where are you, Liber?
Okay, está un poco entrecortado.
Okay. But where are you?
Where are you?
Where are you? ¿Dónde estás?
Estoy en. I am. I am Coroico random.
What? You are in Coroico?
Visit random.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Liber, tonight we are not going to read the main document about music. Tonight I want to see some structure in English, okay?
Okay. A ver.
See the document?
English grammar.
Yes, exactly. So tonight we are gonna see structure, okay? Not music directly, but structure in English, okay?
Okay.
Very good. Okay. For English grammar, what do you need? You need this little thing.
Okay. General. Yeah.
Well, need a subject, an auxiliary, and a complement. Okay?
Okay.
Very good.
Mama. Mama. Mama.
S is subject. Okay?
Okay. Subject.
What is the subject? Whatever or whoever you talk about in your sentence. Okay? That's the subject. Okay, better. Okay, do you understand what is the subject, Liber? Liber, are you there?
Oh, I can hear you. Oh, I can hear you. Mm-mm.
Hello, Liber, can you hear me?
Ah, yes.
Liber.
Ahora sí. Hola. Hello. Hello. I can hear you. A ver. Vamos a probar a hacer esto.
Hello, Gabby, can you hear me?
Hi, yes.
Yes, Liber, can you hear me? Okay. Okay, so Gabby, I was telling Liber that tonight we are not gonna see the main document about music. We're gonna see some structure in English, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna activate my video in just a few minutes because
Don't worry.
I'm doing something in the Zoom, but I'm listening.
Don't worry. Okay, Liber, are you there? Can you hear me, Liber?
Yes, yes, I can.
Okay. So let's go to the document. I had a problem, now we are back. Okay, we're gonna see some English grammar, okay? We always need to review some grammar to correct mistakes that we have, okay? The first thing we need is the general structure in English. okay? This is the structure for any sentence in English. Any sentence in English has these three parts. The S is subject, aux is auxiliary, and comp is complement, okay? So what are they? As I told you, aux is the auxiliary and is the grammar word to understand the structure. Okay, then we have the comp, which is the complement, and which is extra information. Okay, those are the three parts of every sentence in English. Okay, you need to remember this by memory, by heart. Okay, so Gabby, which are the three parts of every sentence in English?
Subject, auxiliary, and complement.
Auxiliary and complement. Very good. Liber, which are the three parts of every sentence in English?
Subject, auxiliary, and component.
Yes, subject, auxiliary, and complement. Very good. Any sentence in English has these three parts, okay? Now, which is the important part? The auxiliary, okay? Why? Because it doesn't matter if you speak in present, past, future, action verbs, verb to be, present perfect, doesn't matter the structure, the subject doesn't change, okay? Subject, is a person, is a name, is an animal, is an idea, that doesn't change, okay? Also the complement, as it is extra information, is just vocabulary. It's not really grammar, okay? It's just extra information, okay? But the auxiliary, sorry, but the auxiliary, that is the important part. The auxiliary, you need to study. If you study the auxiliary, you understand all the structures in English, okay? So you can speak English, so this is gonna be easy, but you have to remember this. So we're gonna see the first grammar structure, which is verb to be, okay? Now remember this, with every grammar structure, you have to recognize the auxiliary, okay? So for verb to be, the auxiliary is verb to be, okay? So, Liber, what is verb to be in Spanish? Do you know?
Cero estar.
Exactly, cero estar. Excellent, very good. And we have three conjugations of verb to be. In present is am, is are. In past, it is was and were. And that would be for the moment, okay? Present and past of to be. And then you can create sentences with verb to be if you follow the general structure. which is the general structure, subject, auxiliary, and complement. So let's make a sentence. Gabby, give me a subject. Who or what do you want to talk about?
Cat.
Sorry, what?
A cat?
A cat. Very good. A cat. Cat, remember?
Cat.
A cat.
Cat.
Very good. So, one thing. The general structure is 3 parts: subject, auxiliary, complement. But that doesn't mean that each part is one word. Each part could be 2 words, 3 words, 4 words, I don't know, okay? So in this case, we have the subject, which is a cat, 2 words, but that is the subject, okay? A cat. Nice. Now, careful, the subject is not cat, is a cat, because the subject could be my cat, the subject could be your cat, or the subject could be 2 cats, okay? But in this case is a cat. What am I talking about? A cat. That's the subject. That's the question you do. What am I talking about? Or who am I talking about? And the answer is the subject. In this case, we're gonna work with a cat. Very good. Let's go now. Liber, do you want to speak in present or in past?
Present.
Present. Very good.
I'm present.
So we need now the auxiliary, and we are in verb to be. Which is the auxiliary for verb to be? Verb to be. So in present, which are verb to be? Am, is, are. Liber, which is verb to be for a cat? A cat am, a cat is, or a cat are?
Oh. A cat is. A cat is.
Cat is. Very good. Exactly. Remember, am is singular, is singular, are is plural. So in this case, we have a cat, okay? And it's not a cat am. Why? Because am only works with I. I am, okay? I am, I am, I am. That's the only case for am. So a cat is. Very good. Now, Gabby, do you understand this? A cat is. Do you understand those words?
Yes.
Yes. Is it a sentence? A cat is. Is that a sentence? Actually, yes.
Yes.
Yes. For a sentence, you need a subject and an auxiliary. But what's the problem? The sentence sounds incomplete. You don't get too much information. And it's like a cat is what? Tell me more, okay? That's why we need the complement. We need extra information. So in this case, Gabby, what kind of information do you want to give me about a cat?
About its color.
A cat is, sorry, about the color?
A cat is brown and white.
Brown and white. Very good. Nice. And then we have a sentence in English. We have the subject, a cat. We have the auxiliary, is, and we have the complement, brown and white. Okay? A cat is brown and white. This is a very simple sentence. I know you understand, okay? But that's why we're working with simple sentences, okay? Now, let's go back to the general structure. We're gonna need to memorize 4 rules, okay? 4 rules. Which are those rules? First, we have the affirmative sentence rule. Or the formula, if you like. And the affirmative sentence has this formula. Subject, auxiliary, and complement. Okay? That's the formula for an affirmative sentence. If we have an affirmative sentence, we need a negative sentence. So what's the formula for the negative sentence? And we have the subject, yes. We have the auxiliary, yes. But now we have the not, okay? That's the difference between affirmative sentences and negative sentences. Liber, which is the formula for affirmative sentences?
Is subject, auxiliary, the complement.
And complement. Very good. Gabby, which is the formula for negative sentences?
Subject, auxiliary, notes, and complement.
Very good. You have to learn that by memory, okay?
Yeah.
Now, careful. Not is not the same as no, okay? Gabby, are you Brazilian?
No.
No. That no is the opposite of yes.
Yes.
Okay? Yes and no. Affirmative, negative. Very good. Not is not negative. Okay? It's not a negative word. It's a negative structure. That's why you have it in the formula. Okay? For example, Liber, are you paseña?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Oh, Liber, are you cruceña?
No, I not.
Very good. You say no, really? You don't say, are you cruceña? Not. You don't say not. You say no, okay? Very good. So here we have the affirmative sentence. A cat is brown and white. Gabby, can you give me the negative sentence?
A cat is not brown and white.
Very good. So we just follow the rule. The auxiliary with not. Nice. Okay, so every time you speak, you have to check which is the auxiliary. Which is the auxiliary in my sentence? If you have the auxiliary, you can make affirmative, negative, or negative, affirmative. Okay? Now, we have another rule. We have the rule for closed questions. Okay? Liber, what is questions in Spanish?
Pregunta.
Very good. And what is closed questions in Spanish?
Respuesta.
No.
No.
Closed. Closed.
Pregunta cerrada. Close es
Exactly.
cerrado.
Preguntas cerradas. Closed questions. Okay. Gabby, do you know why the questions are closed?
Because there's a limited answers.
Very good. You have only two
options.
Exactly. You can say yes, or you can say
or
no. Those are closed questions. Gabby, are you happy?
Yes.
Very good. Liber, are you fat?
Yes.
Are you sad because of that?
Okay,
Yes.
I don't know. Well, close question, okay? Yes or no? That's the idea. What's the formula for closed questions? Well, you have the auxiliary, and now you have the subject. And then you have the complement. And of course, question mark. You see the difference? Affirmative sentence and closed question are a little similar. Affirmative sentence, subject, auxiliary, complement. Closed question, auxiliary, subject, complement. Okay? So here we have the affirmative sentence, the negative sentence. Liber, can you give me the closed question?
Close question.
Yes, that's the formula.
Mm,
Auxiliary, subject, complement. We have the affirmative sentence, a cat is brown and white. Negative sentence, a cat is not brown and white. And the closed question is? Check the formula, check the formula. Which is the auxiliary?
Is
Is, very good. Then what do we need? The subject. Which is the subject?
a cat.
A cat, very good.
Cat.
A cat, exactly. And finally, what do we have?
Brown and white.
Exactly, the complement. Brown and white. Very good. Nice. So now we have affirmative sentence, negative sentence, and closed question. Is a cat brown and white? Yes. Is a cat brown and white? No. Okay, closed question, yes or no? Nice. And finally, for the formulas, if we have closed questions, it means that we have open questions. Okay? And why are the questions open? Closed questions only have two answers, yes and no. Closed questions, how many answers do they have? The open questions, how many answers do they have?
Whatever you want.
As many as you want.
As many as you want.
Okay, you could make like 10 answers, I don't know, as many as you want. Which is the formula for open questions. And that's the thing. It's very similar to closed question with one little difference. You need a WH word. What is a WH word?
Who, where?
Exactly. We have what, we have where, we have when, we have who, we have, oh, sorry, what, where, when, which. We have who,
which.
we have why, and we have how, okay? Those are the WH words. So for open question here, we need a WH word. Okay, so let's see. Gabby, we have the affirmative sentence, a cat is brown and white. Negative sentence, a cat is not brown and white. Closed question, is a cat brown and white? I forgot the question mark. And finally, can you give me an open question?
Mhm.
You can use
Why a
first.
cat?
Why?
Why is a cat brown and white?
Why is a cat brown and white? Very good. And that's the idea. Okay?
Mhm.
You have the WH word and the closed question. Very simple. Okay? Those are the 4 rules for sentences. You have the affirmative sentence, negative sentence, closed questions, and open questions. We're going to call them the 4 rules of sentences. After the class, I'm going to send this file to you, okay? So don't worry about writing. Write if you have to write something, okay? But I'm going to send you this file. So the 4 rules of sentences are the rules for affirmative, the rules for negative, closed, and open question, or the formulas, okay? Let's call them formulas better. The 4 formulas of sentences. Nice. So you can make a sentence with verb to be, okay? Now, this example is in present, right? Because
Yes.
we are using is. Liber, can you give me the affirmative sentence? A cat is brown and white. Can you give me this sentence in the past?
In the past.
Affirmative sentence. What do we need?
Past. Past. Okay. Where. ¿Por qué me trabo? Where.
Wait. Affirmative sentence in past.
Affirmative. Okay.
What do we need first?
A cat.
Yes, the subject. The subject, you're right.
A
A
cat.
cat. Which is the auxiliary? Verb to be. And in the past, what do we have? Was and were. Which is correct? A cat was, a cat were.
Okay. A cat was.
Was. Very good. And the complement?
Brown and white.
Is the same. Exactly. Brown and white. Very good. And we have the same example in present and in past. Gabby, can you give me the negative sentence in past?
A cat was not brown and white.
Very good. Just follow the formulas, yes? And that's it. A cat was not brown and white. Very good. Liber, can you give me the closed question in the past? Here's the formula. Closed question. What's the formula for closed question?
Where?
Which is the formula for closed question?
Auxiliary.
Auxiliary, subject, complement.
Subject.
Which is the auxiliary?
Was or where? Where?
In this case, is was or where?
Was.
Was, of course. Was, what else?
A cat.
A cat.
Brown and white.
Okay. Was a cat, brown and white. Very good. And finally, Gabby, can you give me an open question in the past?
When was a cat brown and white?
When was a cat brown and white? Very good. Nice. And that's the idea. Okay?
Uh-huh.
So for every grammar structure, you just need to know which is the auxiliary. If you know the auxiliary, you can use the 4 formulas. Okay? Affirmative, negative, closed question, open question. So, first grammar structure, verb to be. Very simple. Yes, it's very simple. You can practice starting with the question and then making affirmative, negative, open question, or you can start with the open question and making affirmative, negative. You can practice, okay?
Uh-huh.
Very good. So let's practice. Okay, Liber, I'm gonna give you a closed question, okay? And you have to give me the negative sentence for that question, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so this is the closed question. That's the closed question. Are you busy right now? Which is the negative sentence?
No,
No. Don't answer. Don't answer the question. I am not asking you the question.
I don't.
No. Leave it.
No.
Don't answer. No respondas. No te estoy
Okay.
preguntando.
Okay.
This is the closed question. I want you to take the closed question and transform the closed question into a negative sentence. Transform, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so are you busy right now is the closed question. Can you give me the negative sentence for that?
Negativo.
Yes.
La macana. Okay.
Which is the formula for closed questions?
Close.
Auxiliary,
Okay.
subject, complement. Yes?
Yes.
So you have to check which is the auxiliary, which is the subject, which is the complement in this question.
Complement is right now.
Okay.
Subject, bossy.
Okay.
Auxiliary, are you?
Auxiliary, you say, are you? And the complement you say is?
Right now.
Right now. Okay. Are you sure, Liber?
Yeah.
Okay. Now remember, in verb to be, which is the auxiliary?
Is are present.
Right. Is are in present, was were in past. This
Was
question is in present or is in past?
Present.
Why? Because you have are.
Are.
Yes. So are is verb to be. Yes. Very
Yes.
good. So which is the auxiliary for verb to be? Verb to be. So which is verb to be in the question? Are.
Are.
So which is the auxiliary?
Are.
Are. Why? Because the auxiliary is verb to be. El auxiliar del verbo to be es el verbo to be. En la pregunta, ¿cuál es el verbo to be? Are. Entonces, ¿cuál es el auxiliar?
Are.
Are. Very good. Now,
Oh.
remember, what is the subject? The subject is whatever or whoever you talk about in your sentence. A person, an animal, an object, an idea. Who are you talking about in this question? Which is the subject?
You.
You, of course.
You.
Why? Which is the formula of
Yes.
closed question? Liber, which is the formula for closed questions?
Auxiliar and subject
And complement.
complement.
Yes, remember, auxiliary, subject, and complement. Yes? So,
Yes.
which is the auxiliary? Are, I know that, verb to be, yes?
Yes.
And what is after the auxiliar? ¿Qué viene después del auxiliar en la pregunta cerrada?
Subject.
Subject, el sujeto. ¿Cuál es el sujeto entonces?
You.
You. Subject is you.
You.
We have the auxiliary, we have the subject, which is the complement?
Busy.
Busy.
Sí.
Busy.
Busy right now. You have the subject, you have the auxiliary, you
Okay.
have the complement. Can you give me the negative sentence? Which is the formula for negative sentences?
Negative. Subject, auxiliary, now.
And complement. Okay. So first, which is the subject?
Are you busy right now?
Which is the subject?
You.
You, very good. Which is the auxiliary?
Are.
Are.
No.
Not. And which is the complement?
Not busy right now.
Busy right now. Exactly. You see, that's the idea. You have to identify the subject, the auxiliary, and the complement. Okay?
Okay.
Very good. Gabby, the same with you. I'm gonna give you an open question, okay? And you
Okay.
have to give me the affirmative sentence. In past. Okay? So
Okay.
that's the open question. Can you give me the affirmative sentence?
The party was.
Exactly. In this case, which is the subject?
The subject, the party.
Yes, because I am talking about the party.
The party.
Which is the auxiliary?
Was.
Was. And do we have a complement?
No.
In the question, no. Where was the party? So now you can give me a complement. The party was?
Yesterday.
Very good. But careful, the question is where?
Where? Yes, where? The party was in my house or at my house?
Both are correct.
Okay.
But what's the difference? Just a minimum explanation here. You have in, on, at, right? In Spanish, the three of them are en. Okay? In, en. On, en. At, en. Very good. What's the difference? you use in when you talk about board, oh, well, sorry, when you are inside borders, limits, or interiors, okay?
Okay.
You use on when two surfaces touch from any side. Do you understand that? I'm going to explain that. And finally, we use the at for intangible places. Okay?
Okay.
Just to be sure, in, on, at, en español, los tres significan en.
Bien.
¿Cuándo uso cada cual? In lo utilizo cuando me refiero o cuando estoy dentro de bordes, límites o estoy en interiores.
Ujú.
¿Ok? On lo utilizo cuando dos superficies se tocan por cualquier lado. En este caso, mis manos, lado a lado, o esta mano encima de la otra, o por debajo, o por un lado. ¿Ok? Cuando dos superficies se tocan, digo que una está on la otra. Y por último, el at es para lugares intangibles. ¿Qué significa intangible? Que no se puede tocar. Very good. Entonces, si dices in my house, significa que esta es tu casa y estamos en el interior
Dentro.
de ella. At my house significa que no necesariamente estamos en tu casa. Podemos estar en la calle, pero a la altura de tu casa. Podemos estar volando y justo estamos pasando por tu casa. O podemos
Ok.
ser topos y pasar por debajo y estaríamos en tu
At
casa,
my
pero no
house.
estamos en ella.
Un
¿Ok?
teleférico.
Exactly. Puede estar pasando, digamos, digamos que la Liber vive en la avenida Bush y yo estoy
Ajá.
pasando por su casa y la Gaby me dice, where are you? Yo le digo, I am at Liber's house. At
Ajá.
Liber's house. O sea, estoy
Ok.
en su casa, pero no estoy en su casa. You
Ajá.
understand the idea?
Estoy, pero no estoy.
Exactly.
Estoy,
That's the
pero no
idea.
estoy.
Exactly. Very philosophical, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So do you understand verb to be? Do you understand the formulas?
Yes.
Yes.
Very simple, right? Now we're going to see a second grammar structure, and this is the complicated part, okay? Wait. Here. If you go, oh, Gabby, you told me you had classes where at Universidad Real, right?
Yes.
Okay, and Liber, you had classes at Open English and kindergarten, right?
Open
Very good.
English. Basic.
Basic Open English, okay, no problem. So if you go to any institute that teaches English, they always do the same. They always do the same. They start with verb to be. Always. In any institute,
Yes.
verb to be. Okay? Now, we have the second grammar structure, and it's not verb to be, of course. We have the action verbs. Okay? So, one thing, we're gonna divide verbs in two groups. One group, verb to be.
Okay.
Whatever you want to say, verb to be is one group of verbs. And the other group of verbs, action verbs. Okay? Which are the action verbs? Actions. Run, study, play, scream,
Sleep.
cry, sleep, eat, drink, whatever. Okay? So two groups, verb to be, action verbs. The first structure we saw was verb to be. Now we're gonna see action verbs, okay? Which are the auxiliaries for action verbs? We have do, we have does, and we have did, okay? Those are the auxiliaries. The present auxiliaries are do
Do.
and does.
Das.
And the past auxiliary is did. Okay?
Okay.
Very good.
Okay.
Nice. But there is one little trick. Do you know what's trick?
Yes.
Truco,
Truco.
trampa.
Oh.
Note. In affirmative sentences, the auxiliary is invisible. Okay? In
Okay.
affirmative sentence, in present or past. In present or past, the auxiliary is invisible. Okay? But you have to remember which is the auxiliary. It is invisible, but you have to know the auxiliary. Okay?
Mhm.
Let's go with an example. That's the best way to understand. Okay, Liber, give me a subject. You can give me a pronoun. I, you, he, she, it, we, you, they, or you can give me a subject. Pedro, Juan, Julia, Gabi, or another subject. Give me a subject, anything you want.
She.
Sorry, she?
She.
She,
She.
okay. That's the subject.
She.
She que she.
She. She.
Very good. We're gonna talk about she, all right? She is the subject. Very good. We are in the present tense, okay? Gabby, which is the auxiliary for action verbs in the present for she?
Das.
Exactly. Does. But this is the affirmative sentence. What happens with the auxiliary?
There's no.
No, there is auxiliary, but
Yeah.
it is invisible.
Yeah. It's
Okay, very good. So we are talking about action verbs, about actions. Liber, give me an action in English. Give me a verb in English.
Eat.
Eat. Very good.
Eat.
Now, there is one little rule for verbs. For he, for she, for it, the verb needs an S. Okay? So if you say I, you say I eat. You eat. He
Eat.
eats. She eats.
Eat.
It eats. We eat,
Okay.
they eat. Okay? Very good. So, remember, the auxiliary is invisible. You have the auxiliary, but you don't write the auxiliary, you don't read the auxiliary, you don't mention the auxiliary. But the auxiliary is here. Okay? Now, we have the verb eats. Gabby, do you want extra complement, extra information, or that's it for the sentence?
She does eat pizza.
Pizza, very good. Now, Gabby, please, can you read the sentence again?
She eats pizza.
Exactly, because the auxiliary is invisible.
Yeah.
You don't read the auxiliary, you don't mention the auxiliary, you don't write the auxiliary. But you have to know, that is the auxiliary and it is here, but it's invisible, okay? Nice. Only in affirmative sentences, okay? Only in affirmative. Now, Liber, can you give me the negative sentence?
Um.
Do you want to see the formula?
please.
Here, negative sentences.
Negative sentence. Subject, auxiliary, not complex.
Okay? Let's go. So first, which is the subject?
It's.
The subject.
Oh, okay. Subject. Subject as she.
She, very good.
She.
Which is the auxiliary?
She does not.
Very good. And now the auxiliary is not invisible. The auxiliary is here. Okay? Nice. What else?
It's pizza.
It's pizza. Yes, but you have one little mistake, Liber. One little mistake. Gabby, do you know what's the mistake?
Yes, in the verb.
In the verb. What's the problem?
We it's just it or it's.
Not it's, right? But why?
Ah,
I told you.
Because
Oh,
the auxiliary appears in the sentence.
exactly. Now remember, do, does, did, they are auxiliary verbs. Son verbos auxiliares. They are auxiliaries, yes, but they are also verbs. So in this case, we have the S here. Does, okay? So here is the S, no need for it, to have an S, okay? Don't worry if it's confusing. You need to practice. Even gringos make this mistake. She does not eat pizza. It's very common. Don't worry. Okay. Nice. Gabby, can you give me the closed question? Do you want to see the formula or do you remember?
No. Does she eat pizza?
Very good. Does she eat or does she eats?
Does she eat?
Yes. Why? Because there is the do with
does.
us. Exactly. Does she eat pizza? Nice. And finally, Liber, can you give me an open question?
open question.
Remember the formula?
Yes.
It's the closed question is the
Why?
same, but you have to start with WH. You have to choose what, where, when, which, who, why, how. Which do you want? WH. Which do you want? Do you want what? Do you want where? Do you want when? Do you want which? Do you want who? Do you want why or do you want how? Which do you choose?
How?
How. Very good. How. So now we have the WH. What do we have now?
Auxiliary.
Subject and
How,
complement.
subject and complement.
And that is the formula for closed question.
Yeah.
You have to copy the closed question.
How does she eat pizza?
Exactly. How does she eat pizza? And that's it. All right. This is the confusing part. The auxiliary is invisible. Okay. And that's why people get confused with the Spanish. Okay. She eats pizza. Ella come pizza. Ella no come pizza. She eats not pizza. No, that's not. Okay. You need the auxiliary does. She does not eat pizza. Okay. Let's try now in the past tense. Gabby, can you give me the affirmative sentence in the past?
She doesn't eat pizza.
Affirmative in the past.
Affirmative in the past, sorry. She in the past.
Which is the auxiliary?
She did eat? No.
We know the auxiliary is did. Yes. Yeah. But it is invisible. It's affirmative sentence.
She ate pizza.
Very good. So careful. In present, she eats. Eats is present. In past, you don't say eat,
Eating.
you say ate.
Ah.
Past tense of the verb. Los verbos en pasado. You have to study verbs, okay? She ate pizza. All right? Liber, can you read the affirmative sentence in the past?
She ate pizza.
Exactly, because the auxiliary is invisible.
Invisible.
Very good. Now, Liber, can you give me the negative sentence?
She did not.
Very good. She did not
She did not eat
eat pizza.
ate pizza. Sí.
Okay. Yes, but you have one little mistake. Gabby, do you know the mistake?
Yes, now
Oh.
the verb is in the present form.
In the present tense, if you like, or present form, it's
Tense.
okay.
Okay.
But why? We are in the
Ah.
past. Why is the verb in present? We are in the past.
Because the auxiliary
Why?
appears.
Exactly, because you have the auxiliary. Remember, do, does, did, they are auxiliary verbs. Son verbos auxiliares. So, if you have did, that's the verb in the past. El did ya es el verbo en pasado. Nada más tiene que estar en pasado. That's why it's confusing action verbs, right?
Yes.
He does, eats, the es, no es, does, what? What? Confusing, but that's the idea, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Gabby, can you give me the closed question?
Yes. Did she eat pizza?
Did she eat pizza? And the verb is in present because we have
Did.
the auxiliary did.
Yes.
And Liber, can you give me an open question? You can repeat the same question from the present in the past.
How
Yes,
did
exactly.
she eat pizza?
Very good. Nice. And that's action verbs in present and past. A little complicated, yes? A little complicated. That's why you have to practice. That's why in institutes, they have that problem. And the teachers don't explain this part, the invisible auxiliary. They don't explain that. They are like, she eats pizza, okay? And the negative, she does not eat pizza. What is does not? Where does it come from? What's the origin? And the teachers are like, don't worry, it's the negative. Okay, and you have problems, okay? So now you have to practice, okay, action verbs. So let's do the same practice. Leader, I'm gonna give you a negative sentence, okay? And you are gonna give me the closed question, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay. This is the negative sentence. We do not dance Macarena, okay? Now you have to give me the closed question. But first, let's identify the parts, okay? Sorry.
Subject.
With this, okay. We
Auxiliary.
need the subject. We need the auxiliary. And we need the complement. Let's see. This is the negative sentence. So which is the subject, Liber?
We.
We, very good. Which is the auxiliary?
Do not.
Actually,
Do.
exactly. The
Do.
not is the idea for the
Not.
negative. Yes. And the complement is?
Dance Macarena.
Very good. Dance Macarena. Nice. Okay, we have the three parts. Now, can you give me the closed question? Do you want to see the formula?
Auxiliary,
Yes?
subject,
Yes?
complement.
Exactly. So give me the closed question. Auxiliary.
Auxiliary. Do,
Do. Subject.
we,
We. Complement.
dance Macarena.
Very good. Do we dance Macarena? Nice. Well, it is a dance, so with capital letter, or it's a name. Nice. Very good. Now, Gabby, I'm gonna give you an open question, and you have to give me the affirmative sentence. Okay?
Okay.
There it is. Why do you play the piano? Go ahead. Give me the affirmative sentence.
I play the piano.
Not
You
really.
play the piano.
Exactly. Very good. You play the piano. Which is the auxiliary for your sentence, Gabby?
You no, do.
Do. But in affirmative sentences, it is
Invisible.
invisible. Very good. So the sentence is, you play the piano. Very good. Nice. Okay. Do you have any question about this part? It's not very complicated, but I need to teach some structure. It's not only about music. We have to review
Okay.
structure, okay? Is this okay? Gabby,
Okay.
are you okay with this structure? No problem?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm good.
Tomorrow, we're gonna continue with some structure, okay? Because we
Okay.
have to see two other grammar structures that are necessary, okay? And
Okay.
next week on Monday, we're gonna continue with the document, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Very
Yes.
good. All right, so first grammar structure, verb to be. Second grammar structure, action verbs in present, in past. I'm gonna send you this file and you have a little homework for this, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna write it here. Homework. Three sentences with verb to be in present. But you have to make the affirmative. Okay, not three. It's too much. Let's make it two. Okay, but you have to make the affirmative, the negative, the closed question, and the open question. Okay.
Okay.
For example, I make a sentence with to be on I am Charlie. That's my sentence. Okay, I am Charlie. Now the negative, I am not Charlie. Closed question, am I Charlie? Open question, why am I Charlie? Okay, that is one, and you have to make two. Okay,
Okay.
then two sentences with verb to be in past. The same, affirmative, negative, closed question, open question. Okay, then two sentences with action verbs in present. The same, affirmative, negative, closed question, open question. And finally, two sentences with action verbs in past. Do you understand the homework?
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so the homework you sent me, if I don't have time, I'm gonna correct for Monday, okay?
Okay.
If not for tomorrow. If I have the time, for tomorrow. And this homework, you can give it to me on Monday, not a problem, okay?
Okay.
Not tomorrow, for Monday,
Okay.
okay? Now, one little favor I have to ask. You know, I have a band, and tomorrow we are playing at a
Okay.
pub, okay? And we are playing from 6:30 to 8:30, okay? Well, the plan is to finish 8:30, but you know, in a pub is never punctual.
Yeah.
So I think, well, the pub closes at 9, no matter what, at 9. So we have to finish at 9 and that's it. Is it a problem if we start the class tomorrow 9:30? From
For me, it's okay.
9:30 to 10:30. Is it okay?
For me, yes.
Gabby, no
Yeah.
problem. Liber, it's okay?
Yes,
Okay, thank you
it's
very
okay.
much. Only for tomorrow because I have this gig. You know what's gig?
No.
Gig. Tocada.
Ah,
Okay. Do you like Pink Floyd?
yes.
There is a song, The Great Gig in the Sky.
Yes.
La gran tocada
Tocada.
en el cielo. And the song is
Nice
amazing.
word.
That's why the title.
Yes.
Okay. So I have a gig tomorrow and we're going to start the class at 9:30. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very, very much. Okay, ladies, that would be it for today. Thank you very much for connecting. Have a wonderful Thursday. Have a nice coroico, Liber. And
Sí.
I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Wait. As
Hey,
usual, we have the survey. Remember survey?
Yes.
So please complete the survey. It's the same question. It's the same question, but for today. Go ahead, please. Yes. Okay. Very good. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies. That will be it. In a second, I'm going to send you this file that we did today. Okay. So you can practice, review, check the formula. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much for tomorrow, for the understanding, and see you tomorrow at 9:30. Bye, bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye.